Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the red flags that Harry probably missed during his courting days, or should I say dating days with Meghan, even after the marriage. But I think when they already got married, it would have probably been too late for him to discover any red flags. So let me just ask you first a question, you lovers of Meghan Markle who just believe that she could do no wrong. Meghan took 1 year after she met Harry. I think they dated for 1 year, and in 1 year she was able to see the going ons of the royal family, how the royal family functioned. And even after the world had known that, okay, this is the girl that Harry is dating, she was able to have a taste of royal life by going on engagements with Prince Harry. And even the Fab Four came to be with Meghan, Princess Kate, Prince William, and Prince Harry. So she had a taste of all of this before she walked down the aisle. So it wasn't like they just pumped it on her right off the bat, just out of nowhere. So what was so different? Because even the backlash was also existing before she tied the knot with Harry. So what was so different before the marriage? And what was it, barely 2 years after the marriage? So what was so different? Can someone just explain to me? Because I'm sure that the media scrutiny before the marriage about her race was not that different. That's if there was even any actual media scrutiny about her race after the marriage. And also, in the current state of things, Meghan Markle is one of the most hated people on the planet, literally. I have never seen someone who has suffered like this until, I think, I heard about Epstein and Weinstein or whatever they call them. I've never seen someone who's just hated for literally even existing. I've seen people making comments like she should just disappear into oblivion and all that. And people trash her for every move she makes. So let me ask you the second question. When she was in the royal family, in Harry's book, she did threaten that she was going to commit suicide and told Harry how she planned on committing suicide because of what the tabloids were talking about. I don't really know what the reason was. I really didn't pay attention to that part because I tried to understand why she said she was going to commit suicide. Because of the scrutiny and everything that was going on and all that, because definitely it could not be from pressure from his family because they were not given any pressure. It was mostly the tabloids, the British press. So she said she was going to commit suicide, right? So if the little scrutiny she got at that time was so bad that she was going to commit suicide and told Harry that she was going to kill herself and the baby and all that, but all that stopped her was, what he lost, his mother and all that. So why is she so happy and smiling today when the scrutiny is times 10 of what she got back in 2018, 2019, 2020 before they stepped down? She's more hated now than she was before. In fact, before they stepped down, she had more supporters than haters. Today, she has more haters than supporters, but she's still going on. She has faced backlash after backlash, literally business flop after business flop. But every time she comes back with something new that still flops, and she smiles and gives interviews and, oh, my family, I'm so happy. So what was so different now that was different from back then, that now she isn't suicidal? She doesn't think anything of the hate that she's getting. In fact, she just hires bots to make everything look good. She hasn't said, you know what, I'm going to go into a private moment of my life. I'm going to cut myself off from social media and just disappear because this is getting too toxic for me. I don't want to have suicidal thoughts anymore. But no, she has stayed strong. So why couldn't she do the same thing when she was back in the royal family, when she knows for a fact there was not that much of any scrutiny for her to have taken this man away from his only support system? Okay, anyways, this question, if you feel like you love Meghan and you want to give an excuse for her, answer these questions and you probably try to convince the world that your fave is a good person. Okay, so this is a Nigerian perspective, and this will be a voiceover video where you guys can just put the phone away, put the screen up. You don't have to look at the screen, you just listen to the voiceover podcast. We're going to talk about the first red flag that I noticed about Harry and Meghan, that I felt like, I think Meghan tried to hide. In fact, she didn't even try to hide it. Harry was just, I don't know what Harry was, but he was something. He was really something. But anyways, she said that she had no idea who Prince Harry was. Why on earth would someone believe that? So basically, Meghan said she didn't really know much about the British family. She didn't really know much about Prince Harry, and she never Googled him. And she always made sure that whatever she heard about him, he told her. Okay, so if that is true, Meghan, why are there topics written by you or put out by you that aligns yourself with members of the British family? Like one, Princess Kate and Prince William's marriage. She talked about it in her blog, The Tig, or whatever it's called. And she stated about how envious she was of princesses and all that. And she talked about, Princess Kate's wedding to Prince William. Look at how much attention and how much power that gives her, or whatever she said there. But she was referencing Princess Kate and Prince William. Now, she always used this excuse of, as an American. So, as an American, how come you were able to pick that up, but you were not able to pick up the fact that these people are members of the royal family? But she just knew Prince William and Princess Kate, but she didn't remember that they are part of the British monarchy. Okay. Number 2, there's a very popular photo of her cosplaying Princess Diana. In fact, not just one, a lot of them. That was way before she met Prince Harry. Meghan literally copied that Princess Diana's famous landmine photo in Angola, where she stood hand akimbo, and she was like, no, she wasn't smiling. Her face was so serious, sunglasses in between her shirt. Meghan literally copied this photo, just copy and paste. The only difference is that there's a different person in each photo. That's the only difference. Everything else is the same. So if she didn't really know about this person, because Princess Diana was also a member of the royal family, so if she didn't know about Princess Diana, how was she able to recreate that photo? Or did she keep a page of her magazines from the 90s? Or did she Google Princess Diana and take that photo and then recreate this philanthropic wonder? Because that photo was really popular. Also, there's a story that's going around that Meghan and Harry, the first meeting was in 2015 in Soho House opening, Istanbul, 2015, okay? But Harry thought nothing of her. He just moved on, right? And she got the idea that this could be someone for her. And that was when she started with her philanthropic mission. Just check the timeline and see if things add up to you. This is what I heard. And that was when she started building a portfolio to try to entrap Harry. And that was when she started with aligning herself with Harry's mom and Harry's philanthropic mission in Africa. And even the people who went with her to Rwanda said that they have never seen someone who came for, philanthropic work, humanitarian work, who ends up turning it into a photo shoot. And that's what she did, basically. But aside from that, also, there was an instance where Harry said that, he said this in his book, where he went for a date with Meghan, their first date, and she wore his mother's favorite perfume, Bluebell. So what is that about? If you don't know this woman, out of all the perfumes, and her fans will say it was a coincidence, really. It was a coincidence, but her friends say that she has never worn that perfume ever since they've known her. And when they smelled the perfume, the first time they were able to see this perfume and smell it, they felt it smelled like washing liquid or washing spray or something like that. And that they don't even know how a princess would like this. A Princess Diana's perfume could be this. It smells so bad, and Meghan would have never worn that perfume on a regular day. Okay? Or let's talk about the picture of her in front of Buckingham Palace at 16 with her friend, who actually pointed out that Meghan has always been obsessed about the royal family, obsessed about a commoner marrying into the monarchy and becoming a princess of her own. So all of these things add up into a lie, right? They point out the fact that she lied, and she created a narrative that Harry literally just bought. And you have to be the dumbest person on planet Earth to just say she is saying the truth at the beginning, that she didn't know who Harry was. You have to be the dumbest person on the planet. And that's who Harry was at the end of the day. Okay, so number 2. Let's go to red flag number 2. The red flag number 2 is the Kate Middleton obsession. So she is so obsessed with Kate Middleton. Okay, sorry. Okay, so red flag number two. Red flag number two, we're talking about crashing the wedding after a breakup. There was a time when Harry and Meghan had a breakup where Harry went his separate ways and, expected Meghan to do the same. But she didn't. She flies over there to Jamaica in a private jet, basically. This should give you an instance as a man who comes from a modest family, despite the fact that you are a billionaire. No, he's not a billionaire, but your family is what, billions. Still, the royal family likes to be modest, so they don't give off a bad vibe to the British people. Okay, because these are the people funding their lives. They don't want to show you, I travel with a private jet whenever I can, while you just have to take a bus or take a regular commercial flight wherever you want to go to, right? So how can you're not even there where you're supposed to be in order to afford to fly private every single time. She flies down to Harry's friend's wedding with no invitation on a private jet and makes him come pick her up. I see this, okay, as a power move, okay? Meghan and Harry had a brief breakup early in their relationship. Harry attended his best friend Tom Inskip's wedding in Jamaica. I'm reading something out of my phone. In Jamaica alone, yet Meghan somehow showed up despite not being on the guest list. So Meghan positioned herself at a high-profile event full of Harry's closest friends, and ensuring she would be seen with him. Photographs from the wedding captured Meghan standing beside Harry, forcing interaction. Harry's friends reportedly disliked Meghan, yet she still made her way into a private event. Ask me this question. Well, no, I would ask you. I'm also asking her faves as well. Anybody else who wants to answer. If this was a man who shows up at his girlfriend or wives or whatever friend's wedding after a breakup and acts the way she acted, wouldn't you call him toxic? And you would think that probably he is violent or he has issues or mental issues, and you try to advise your friend, stay away from this creep. But once it's a woman, she's going to get her love and all of that, So was this a desperate attempt to keep herself in Harry's life no matter what? Because she knows what's at stake? I mean, for someone who doesn't really care much about the royal family or doesn't even know much about them, she was really very, very, very determined to go ahead and put herself in this man's life forever. So let's go to number 3 so that we can round off the video, and I don't want to keep you guys too long, okay? Number 3, let's talk about the public confirmation breaking royal protocol. Meghan rushed to confirm her relationship with Harry in a Vanity Fair article saying, "We're in love. This is our time." The royal family prefers privacy in early relationships, yet Meghan made sure the whole world knew she was dating a prince. Most people dating someone famous would keep it discreet, right? So why did Meghan rush to go public? I'll tell you why. Because she wanted the attention. Even if the relationship didn't progress into something that she could use, maybe like, for say, taking a title or whatever, at least she has gotten a little bit of notoriety to, benefit something from that as one of Harry's exes. But I don't think that Meghan was someone who would throw away such an opportunity so easily like that. That's why she was so determined to entrap this man forever. But okay, Meghan's relationship with the press. So let's talk about her relationship with the press. Before Meghan, Harry was known for fiercely protecting his privacy. Yet suddenly, Meghan was everywhere in the media, and paparazzi conveniently caught her on her errands. She was wearing his bracelets, wearing a necklace called H&M. Like, you guys should just put 2 and 2 together. Somebody who does not like putting her, I don't want to say dirty laundry because it's not a bad thing to be dating the prince, but someone who doesn't put her private life out there, who is not looking for attention, who doesn't know the capabilities of being married or dating the prince, would not be going far and beyond to show the world that she is dating one by wearing his bracelet, wearing his beanie. She knows that the media will pick up on that because the media, they are like hounds, okay? They sniff and they follow, okay? So the big question I have for you guys, was Meghan truly in love, or was she using her relationship with Harry as a PR move to boost her public image? If she wanted privacy, why make sure she was the center of attention at every opportunity? And did I mention also, just the last thing from this point here is that when the Vanity article broke out, Meghan was really upset that they didn't pay attention to anything about her, but mostly everything about Harry. I think that was also one of the red flags. Because a regular woman who's in love with a man, even if they were to publish an article and talk about the prince, you're dating the prince, for God's sake. Obviously, they're going to focus on him. It shouldn't upset you. This is your future husband or future boyfriend. I don't know, whatever relationship you have with him, how it's going to progress. It shouldn't bother you that the magazine that you gave an interview are only focused on your boyfriend. But she was so upset that they didn't focus on her and what she was saying. That was also a red flag that I believe Harry ignored, because why are you upset that they focused on him? He is the royal and you are the commoner. Nobody knows who you are. You understand? Okay, so now let's go to red flag number 4. Meghan's actions after the marriage. The royal exit. Let's talk about that. The royal exit. Who really wanted to leave? Meghan secured her royal title, but within 2 years, she and Harry announced their decision to step back from royal duties. Meghan framed it as escaping toxicity, but she knew what she was getting into before marrying into the royal family. If she never intended to live as a royal, why marry into the royal family at all? So this is a good question. She had 1 year of testing the waters as an engaged woman or as a girlfriend. I don't even know how long they took before they engaged. I think 1 year of dating him. She had 1 year because she moved in with him. They were living together and she had a good period to test the waters and see if this was for her. She was okay with moving fast because after having a taste of what things were, people would ask, are you ready for this? Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Some people even warned her that this is not where you should be. This is a very dangerous, is a dangerous place. Not just the royal family. The royal family are not dangerous people. There are some forces behind this that would not be favorable for you, an American actress who has no idea what she's walking into. She was determined to get through that phase of just being referred to as Meghan, but rather having the title of Duchess of Sussex. So that was why she stayed and waited until after the marriage. Because trust me, if you really love something, you will put in the work to make that thing work. No marriage is without faults, trust me. And let me ask you a question, Meghan's supporters. What have Harry and Meghan really said that his family did to her that made them diss her family? I'm going to make a video about this, Harry dissing his family, why that was a mistake. What exactly did they do? Because they haven't said anything that his family did. They've only just made very, very terrible accusations that were finally dug out to be false. So that means there's really nothing. They left for nothing. And like I said earlier on, if the tabloids was the reason for leaving, so why haven't they run away from Montecito and gone to hide in a beehive or something? Or left the planet Earth to hide somewhere else, or maybe gone to Africa, maybe South Africa where Harry really loves to go to, or is it Lesotho, or where is that place? Or Nigeria, since she's 43% Nigerian. Here, the media wouldn't care about you. You come and stay here, nobody would care that you exist because people are hustling and trying to provide for their family. Even if you try to call the paparazzi, nobody cares, okay? Because here we don't really sell like that. Nobody sells articles like that, okay? All right, so why did she wait until after the marriage and then she started to threaten suicide instead to really act out her terrible anti-British protocol outside? She was breaking every protocol outside as soon as she got the ring. If you check the videos, you will see it. But of course, you cannot convince sheeps and fools. That's how I see the Sussex Squad and every other person who supports Meghan Markle without pointing out her evil and what she has done. Okay, so monetizing the royal exit. So immediately after leaving, Meghan and Harry signed multi-million-dollar deals with Netflix, Spotify, and book publishers. If they truly wanted a private life, why cash in on royal secrets and controversies? And these toxic people that follow Meghan and Markle that love them so much would actually give the opinion that, oh, they need to make money. How else are they going to make money? So you would be okay if you had a child who sold you off just to make money. The only reason why they're saying this is because this is not their family who's doing this to them. This is someone else who's dissing their family in public, and they're okay with it. Trust me, if I could see Meghan today, I would ask her, would you be okay if Archie disses you and Harry because his wife says she finds you people toxic, even when you have been nothing but caring and loving to her? She convinces Archie that he needs to cut ties with you, and then Archie insults you and Harry, says things that you know for a fact never happened, and decides never to speak to you again, only to turn around later on and try to reconcile with you and Harry after seeing that he has done a lot of damage to you. How would you feel? Of course you wouldn't like that, but the reason why you were able to do it to someone else is because you're used to doing stuff like that, cutting people off. But let's see how the shoe fits when it's your son who's doing this to you or your daughter who's doing this to you. Let's see exactly how it fits. But anyways, it's true. It's a good question. Why the need for privacy? That was the first thing they said. They want to step back from the spotlight and live a normal life. But then you ran straight up to Netflix, to Oprah, and to Spotify. And then book deals, anything that would keep your name in the media. Does that make any sense? Anything that would keep people talking about you. Does that make any sense? Anything that would make you even way more scrutinized than you were before, when you claimed that you were so depressed because of how people were printing stories about you in the press. And now you're over here doing things that will bring that same energy towards you. Does that make any sense? Well, let's continue. Playing the victim card. So Meghan accused the royal family of racism, but offered no proof. She claimed she was silenced, yet she gave multiple interviews, wrote a book, and produced a docuseries. So, first of all, when they stepped back from the royal family, they didn't stop being royals. It was after they decided that they wanted to step back but still make money from the royal family, that royal family said no. In or out, you pick one. They got very upset, went to America or went to Canada, took deals. I don't even know if they took these deals before they stepped back and they saw, oh, we could actually make it in America. Harry probably had a vision of all of these things happening. And finally, when they got to America and he saw that, oh, his family wasn't going to support him anymore because now he has cut himself off from royal duties. And he also got the idea that his brother was planting stories. Really? William was planting stories about Harry's wife because he wanted her to be very unpopular because he was jealous about her popularity. Okay, really. And then he felt the need to get a Netflix deal to tell everything about his family and do an Oprah tell-all and also write a book that trashes and disses his family. Really, Harry? You just see a walnut, you don't really know what's inside. When you crack it open, it's empty. That's exactly what Harry is. Okay, so if Meghan really wanted a life with Harry, why did she continuously push him away from his family, friends, and royal duties? That's a question we should really ask ourselves. When you love someone and you want a life with them, you want them to be happy. You want them to have a support system in case you're not there. Life is not promised to any of us. Okay, today you're here with this person, tomorrow you might be gone. Who is going to be his rock if you are not here anymore? God forbid, I do not want anything to happen to Meghan because she, regardless of anything, is a good mother and has friends who love her. Obviously, I'm not wishing anything bad on her. She needs to be here for her kids and her husband because right now they are all they have. Okay, Harry doesn't have anybody, Meghan doesn't have anybody except the people that she keeps claiming she picks up from Pilates classes and invites for drinks, or friends that she just met the first, the second time and never again, always trying to prove to us that she's actually having a great time being isolated from every human being that she knows and also making her sure her husband follows the same route. All right, so final thoughts. Was Harry just a stepping stone? Harry lost everything. His military honors, his family, his reputation. Meghan, on the other hand, secured her status as an international celebrity and the most hated person in the world. Literally, I wish I could post the article, but I don't want to post anything. I want this to just be a voiceover where you guys can sit down and listen to the podcast. But there is literally a website where they give polls about the people that are the most disliked. Meghan is number 4. Yes. And the ones who were before her, I really hated people. I think Putin was also there. Putin, president of Russia. And I'm sure someone else, Epstein or something. And then Meghan was number 4. Harry is number 7 or number 8, thereabouts. So her popularity has declined despite the fact that she's an international celebrity. Okay. Was Meghan ever in this for Harry, or was she using him to elevate herself? I want you guys to answer that question. But for me, I believe she used it to elevate herself. I have never seen somebody who actually cares about someone and decides that they would take that person away from their family, bring them over to their own home or their own place, and then starts to treat them the way Meghan has been treating him. As you see the videos, how she treats him, how she looks at him when he talks, feels like his voice sounds like scratching nails on the ground. So it's weird, it's weird. You see how she's always trying to control him, guide him from where he's supposed to go to, like he's a child that can't make his own decisions. And somehow him getting attention pisses her off, and she wants that attention for herself. This is not something she used to do before she met Harry, because you could see the pictures of her from the past. She wasn't that much of a problem. It wasn't a problem for her to stay at the end of a photo lineup or somewhere not seen. But for some reason, when it comes to Harry, she hates the fact that the world will always know her as Harry's wife. That's all she's ever going to be, Harry's wife, Meghan. But eventually, she now has a title, Duchess of Sussex, which she can keep, because that really doesn't mean anything until the British people decide if they deserve or they don't deserve it. It's all left to the British people, not to Harry and Meghan. Okay, guys, with that said, I want to give you a final question. What do you think? Did Meghan ever truly love Harry, or was this all a calculated move? Comment below your thoughts. Thank you again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and also comment your thoughts in the comment section. I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.